Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Kindred Lists right here on Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. Can you guys do a quick mic check for me to double check? Make sure. Okay.
Mic check.
All right. Sounds like you guys are coming
Mic
through
check. I'm
just
assuming
fine.
the echo is my mic check.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Causing
going
an
through loud and
echo
clear.
is my mic check.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
you guys are coming in clear in Twitch, so just making sure that my OBS was picking you guys up correctly. Welcome
Yeah.
everybody, we're so glad that you're joining us tonight. I want to first off thank some of our sponsors and supporters. We want to thank Twitch and Streamlabs OBS for allowing us to be affiliated with them. We also want to thank our good friends at Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp for partnering with us. If you type in !Little Dragon or !CCG in the Twitch chat, you'll get a quick link to their websites where you can purchase some awesome stuff. If you use Little Dragon Corp, you can use the coupon code PROBONUS at checkout to get 10% from your order. Also, I was out at Cardboard Castle Games this week making my birthday purchase, and Robert, the owner of the place, said that Proficiency Bonus fans, viewers, supporters, I think it's if you go into the store, so if you're local, if you're Evans, Georgia, and you say, hey, I'm a supporter of Proficiency Bonus, you will also get 10% off of your in-store purchase at Cardboard Castle Games. So I thought that was awesome. I'm going to talk to him and see if maybe we can get that put onto the website as well. So I'm going to talk to him a little bit and see if we can get things worked out for that. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. So thank you, Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp, for all your constant support. They did a lot of the sponsorships for our giveaways for birthday week last week, which was a friggin' blast. It was a ton of fun. A lot of great episodes, a lot of great streaming time. We raised a ton of money for Extra Life. So many good things happened. Are you okay there, Mr. Graybeard?
Already.
Just checking on you.
You're muted, honey.
You're muted now.
You're muted.
There's going to be some PvP starting tonight. I'm just saying.
No.
So somebody's poking the bear. Stop poking the bear, guys.
Yeah.
He started it. I won fair and square.
So, you know how we go with putting things in. On my Twitch screen, I say, okay, I entered the Cardboard Castle Games one. Then Kristy entered it, and it pops up and says, she did it. I'm like, what the? Twitch, you betrayed me.
Twitch.
Her screenshot shows she did it first. It's like...
Twitch playing favorites.
Already.
Well, welcome everybody. So good to see you. We're going to dive right into tonight's episode of Kindred Lists, as last time our party made their way to Menzo Berenzin, where they went to a dinner party of House Xorlarrin. Basically the extended family of Callista, visiting Callista's grandmother, the matron mother of her, basically a lesser noble house here that used to be one of the bigwigs within Menzo Berenzin. But now they're trying to work their way back up. They've been tormenting the party recently over the acquisition of an iron flask that was supposed to be within their possession, but now is in the possession of our wonderful heroes here gathered today. If you want to see how that happened, you'll have to go through Storm King's Thunder to find out. So make sure you clear some time on your calendar. And go back through those.
Maybe like 4 or 5 months. If you watch it every single day, you might catch up.
That's right. I can't remember exactly what episode number that was when you guys acquired that, but
Yeah, no, my notebook.
But yeah, so now they went to a dinner party, did some exploration, found out that an old ally of theirs has been captured by the Xorlarrins. And apparently, Xerath is very favorable of what this little figure brings to them. Molfin made a effort to reach out to the matron mother, but the matron mother basically said, if you want to talk to me, bring the flask and we'll talk. He then proceeded to go into the lizard pens outside, into the rafters to begin getting ready for his long rest in the vicinity of the household, so that way his special abilities could be utilized to cause some nightmares here on campus of the Xorlarrin household. But before we get on any farther from that, the rest of you are still in the dinner party. So my first question to you guys is, what do the rest of you do?
Do we stop telepathic bond up?
Not sure.
I know we cast it before we went
It
in.
lasts an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Molfin,
I'm
I'm assuming this has probably happened like right after Molfin. Molfin's probably just left, so we probably still got what, like 20 minutes or a half hour, something like that.
Something like that. Probably
Okay.
probably more like 20 minutes, because you guys also went upstairs and explored a little bit. Vix
Yeah.
had that issue with the chamber pot and all that stuff going on up there.
Just for just as a heads up, because you mentioned it for our viewers, it is episode 75 on our YouTube channel for
Ooh.
Stolen Dawn Titan is the episode title.
Oh gosh,
Well,
70
that's easy to find.
episode 75. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a pretty straightforward title there.
Yeah.
I
That
think
episode is the episode
that we
before the birth
should
of Unity.
do.
What was that, Zoss?
I think that we should do like little recaps. We can recap our characters' stories. We can recap the story so far, stuff like that. We can take turns. We can go in rotation. That'd be cute. We can upload it in case anyone doesn't want to watch like 500 episodes to catch up to us.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Not
That's
bad
a really good idea. I was
That is
thinking
really
about it a while ago and then forgot about it.
So I would say we should probably message Gimbal to make so he doesn't look too. Maybe that's a bad idea. And excuse me, Calista. I want to make sure that we want to kill your uncle. Is that okay? I apologize beforehand for saying this. What I'm gonna say out loud.
That's fine. I have no love for him.
Forgot his name. Oh, so, Brechthol, I was
Yes,
wondering,
milady.
what you thought of these half elves. Can't bring myself to say the full word. I'll say Callista in my head. Running around. We have a lot of them in Skullport, and they're just a different sort of people sometimes.
Oh, aren't they just absolutely hideous?
Yep, we have to kill them. Yes, they are. Terrible. Terrible. Yes, yeah.
I know that that's the bar to confirm. Do we kill this guy? Okay, just check it.
Yeah, half elves. They're one of a kind type of people, aren't they? Just very unique and special in their own ways, and yes.
Not worthy even to lace my boots.
Can I step on his foot by accident on purpose?
Absolutely. Make a sleight of hand check for me.
28.
Yes, you do.
Can
It
I
looks
use
like a
this
total
as a
accident.
distraction?
Oh, I'm so sorry
Could-
about that.
Could I use this as a distraction to try and cast Detect Magic?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll kind of stumble a little. Oh, my sincerest apologies there, Brechthol.
Oh, milady, I'm sorry. I most likely deserve that one. As he
I'm
kind
so
of this,
clumsy.
kind of like bows down towards you a little bit. You can see that he's, he's being the image of the female drow. He still
Mhm.
seems to be humbly submissive to you.
In my head, I'm like, yes, you do deserve that, you jerk face. Insulting my friends.
So are you?
We'll get you yet.
So are you live feeding this to everybody else? Like,
Yeah.
Just to see a spam of group chat.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, Molfin, you're trying to get comfortable, and this is all running through your head.
Yes.
Trying to get comfortable, trying to get a book out, sitting on this beam over with it.
We even
Migraines.
know Molfin left.
You did see
Yeah, do
him.
we?
I think you guys saw him. You disappeared under a table and then cast invisibility, I believe, on yourself. I think that's how you
I
did
don't
it.
think he told anyone that he was doing that though.
I think you guys saw him do it, but
Well, I
Okay.
gave him a distraction by dropping a fork, so he was
Oh
able to
yes.
Mm,
Okay.
his
yeah.
way out. So we know he's
We knew
doing
that Molfin
something.
was off doing something, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
Okay.
And you did say that because Callista told Molfin, like, if you're gonna message her, don't do it in the room. And you're like,
Oh,
all right, bye.
Oh, that's right. We did have that talk.
when you cast detect magic, Brackthul himself glimmers with some magical radiance. His armor glimmers with magical radiance. That sword that you pretty much already have seen on his back, the rapier, you already know that that's magical.
Yeah.
It's glimmering, and there's something else about him in he's got like a side satchel, and there's something in that satchel that is also glimmering a magical arcane presence on him.
Am I picking up a school of magic on that satchel?
Oh, good question. Dungeon Master not prepared.
Where's Lachlan when you need him?
That's right. Let me double check here. There it is. Let me see if it gives me a school for this individual thing. Matthew, what's protection magic? What would that be?
Abjuration.
Yeah.
Abjuration.
You're getting abjuration from it.
Okay. Callista is going to kind of make her rounds around the party. Not like she'll make small talk if she has to, but she's kind of just trying to discreetly like ping this room for magic over the next 10 minutes. And specifically, she's going to try and make her way to like the base of the stairs to see if the collar on Gimbal is magical.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. You make your way around the room. You do see that a lot of the light sources here are a magical fairy fire type spell. You really, other than that, there really isn't any kind of magical pings going off until you kind of get close to where those stairs are. You could see as you kind of get within the range of where that group is up there. I believe the staff that Xerath holds emits a radiant, magical glow.
Okay.
The crown that she wears upon her head also emits a glow of radiance.
Okay.
That kind of sculpture of Lolth on the screen there. You know what? And I better take the map view to our Twitch. Yeah, down in the center of the two steps, do you see that big like spider sculpture? That red, there's like a red massive gem within the center of the head of that thing that seems to be radiating some magical energy as well. And that that pool of red liquid that seems to be illuminating down there as well also has a little bit of magical radiance illuminating from it as well.
All right. Anytime I pick a ping, I'm putting it into the group chat to let them know.
Okay, sure. You do not sense that the collar on Gimbal is magical. It seems to be mundane.
Ooh, okay. Okay. That helps with a plan that I have in my head. I just
Diana
wanna make sure
will
that
think
it's not
to the
like
group.
nullified magic or anything, so that's good.
You
Diana
keep
will
metal
think to
just
the
on
group,
one end.
What was that, Dawes?
Maybe he is being psychologically manipulated into telling them things,
Or
Probably.
tortured.
or
Yeah.
You guys do remember when you
'Cause it
saw him,
just
he had a
doesn't
couple
sound like
bumps and
Gimbal.
bruises and lumps and things. Like he is probably being, I mean, not, like not extremely tortured, but there probably is some physical abuse happening from what you guys
he's
can
a
see.
hostage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you heat metal on one end and have her drop it? Just for fun.
I don't know. It would depend on the
Would I-
spell
would I
description.
know that's the thing?
I don't know you can do one end of an object. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know how the wording is on that spell exactly.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Neither does Ashlyn, unfortunately, so it's okay.
I don't know if that spell goes into specifics on that. I think if you heat something that's metal and it's connected to other metal
An
things,
object,
that
yeah.
would probably heat up as well, you know?
Okay. Well, would it just count as the chain and not the color then? So then.
Michael, can I ask you like a DM mechanics question?
Sure.
What would the CR of Gimbal be, roughly?
Good question.
Like if Callista wanted to
think
turn him
Gimbal-
into something, what would her limit be? Would she be able to gauge that based off her history with him?
Probably. I would say Gimbal's CR rating would be... I'm gonna guesstimate about a 3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course, that's 100% guesstimations, because,
Yeah, gotcha.
I mean, variations occur within CR based on the items that the creature carries as well, and it just... There's a lot of factors.
Okay.
I think I have a feeling what you're thinking about doing.
Okay, there's options here. Good to know. I have options. Okay. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just peruse my way around, keeping tabs on the pings that are on the floor as well as I make my way away from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if you wanted to leave soon. So,
Yeah, we probably should.
okay.
Diana is forcing her son to eat vegetables. That's what she and Vix are doing right now.
I don't know if Vix is a vegetable eater or not. So I don't know if he's fighting this or if he's okay with this at this point.
I'm gonna
We
say
don't have to
fighting it.
RP it. I just wanted to give us, stage business.
I'm
So-
assuming he's trying to keep on this very tough guy facade in front of all these drow, so he's probably slapping your hand as you're trying to like force feed these to him, just to make sure that tough little kid, tough guy
Yeah.
imagery is definitely being shown to the rest of the people here.
That's me forcing vegetables into his face, but these are French
Yeah.
fries, not carrots.
Yeah, it seems like the music is still playing, but it seems like most of the meals have been people are finished eating. They're just kind of grouping up into different things and just kind of communicating a little bit. Seems like everybody's kind of confused a little bit. The notion was that everybody else here seems to be a little bit confused about what is going on, but still feel like they still have this confidence about them, that they feel like whatever the matron mother is doing or has plans of doing is going to be beneficial to them. That's the general, like, without making an insight check, that's your insight vibe that you guys get from being here.
Did she say when she was gonna release this idea? Or
She did not say.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. She
No.
just, I think she just kind of said soon, you know?
Yeah, she's like telling her house to like be ready. They're close.
Mm-hmm.
Expect the end.
Is there anybody who looks like a weak link, we could say? Like anybody who might be not vibing like the rest of the group is? Or would that be like...
That is a great question, Zos. I would like you to make an insight check for me.
That's a really good question.
That is really
Thanks. Throwing notebooks across the table. D20 use D20. D20.
Sauce. Now you know how I feel when I over prepare and print out things for a game, and then you guys do something totally different. And I just shred it and throw it above my head, you know.
Okay, let me see here. That was an insight. That was a dice roll of 11, which I think my insight. I'm proficient in it. I think I am plus.
11.
I'm a plus 11? I was going to say
Yeah.
10.
Yes, you
I
are.
was gonna say plus 10, but then I forgot that we've updated your sheet. So yeah, plus 11.
11 plus
I'm a
11.
plus 11.
Yeah, she's
That's
really good.
Wow, very good. Yeah, you definitely outrolled my NPC. So
Who's not vibing?
the eldest of the daughters, that Kiri at the top, that's up there. Now you guys remember from last week, it seems as if like she was the one kind of
Being combative a little bit towards Xerath about her plans. You're getting a vibe that Kiri, you believe that Kiri knows what's going on and may not be 100% on par with what Xerath is doing behind the scenes. So she knows more than what she's letting out to know, but she's hiding it a little bit from the rest of the group. But it seems that inner circle up there, it seems like she's playing devil's advocate a little bit. She's trying to stir the pot a little bit, and that might be due to the fact that she doesn't necessarily agree with what's going on.
Like on a moral, ethical type thing? Or like she's not a murderess? Sorry, that's a little bit maybe beyond my insight.
Is it more?
You get the sense with a 22. You get the sense that she would probably murder you in your sleep. Yes, but she doesn't necessarily agree with whatever Xerath has planned. She's not in 100% favor of it. That's probably
So she's looking to overthrow
Noted.
her mom, right?
well, you guys, and this is a cutthroat place that you visited, and a lot of priestesses of Loth desire to become one day the matron mother of their house. That's the goal. But most of them don't ever, get the guts to challenge a matron just because they don't feel might not feel they're powerful enough to do so.
Okay. Cool. I will share with the party, thinking in my head that, Xerath up there doesn't really look as excited as the rest of them. Like,
Would be
I
Kiri.
don't
It would
know.
be Kiri that you. Kiri's the one that.
Kiri,
yeah,
my bad. I have their names written down. I do,
Yeah,
I
you
do
got it.
know which one is which. I just get names jumbled. I'm like, Kiri does not seem to be vibing with Xerath so much. Maybe they're not. Maybe they, yeah. And I will send that to the party in those exact words. They know what I mean.
How do we use that to our advantage, though? Yeah.
True. Maybe if she doesn't like the way that her sister and mother are planning things and she wants more power, maybe the enemy of my enemy?
Ooh.
Risky, but
It's a hard game to play, yeah.
Even if we could promise her that she would be the matron, 100% she is going to betray us.
We'll betray her too, so it doesn't matter. Because we're gonna kill her as well. So.
Fair.
Mm.
We're going to keep talking over my book. I might as well tell you we could just bring the entire city down. Still an option.
So an option.
Hey, Molfin, do you have any, like... This is going out on a wild limb here, because I don't think you do. Do you have any, like, powerful wizard allies, do you think, that could help us with that artifact that we don't know how to work?
Then I could reach out to someone.
Or
It is
powerful
not-
wizard ally, because someone is very big for you.
Yeah, because most of the wizards that you're aware of
You
aren't
killed.
Yeah, you either killed or they want to kill you. So I'm just
Well, there's that one, not Delphin.
Yeah.
Oh, not
No,
Not
Delphin.
Delphin.
We stand with Elder Luke.
Elder Luke.
not
Yeah.
Luke.
It's kind of funny. All
Especially
all
if-
of your friends like fit into the whole like anti-hero like vibe. Like it's like it's just like, who do we trust?
Who do we trust? Who do we call? Because they all kind of hate us.
We're like the
Yeah,
Suicide
it's kinda
Squad.
Let me reach out to a few and see if
Okay,
anyone
yes.
needs help.
Yeah. Let's try and go that route and see if it is an option, like a feasible option.
Try to make contact with the
Yeah.
sister, or do you think that I should let them be for now?
Mm,
Oh.
let them be for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could just go up there and be like, introduce me to your sisters, or we can just.
Let's not get too close to the matron.
What's
Okay.
what's everybody's what's Ashlyn, Callista, Diana? What are all your passive perceptions?
Oh, I think mine is.
21.
I think mine's a 20.
20?
Yours is probably 21, like mine's us.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay, let me.
That sounds right.
It matters. Vix's is much lower. His is a 14.
14. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me double check one.
Yeah, I've got Vix's sheet pulled up.
thing really.
I have my character sheet on paper somewhere. I just don't know where that notebook went.
I just need as long as you guys have over a 15. Does everybody have over a 15? So
there.
Vix wouldn't see this because that's
Yeah.
a 14, but everybody else would. Kiri makes eye contact with you guys, and then turns back away and picks up her glass of wine and continues to drink and talk with Xerath and oh boy, I can't remember her name. Is it Shinraya or something like that? Yeah, Shinraya up here at the top.
Yeah.
And
Insight check. What was that about?
insight check? Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Yes, please. Where's my drow dice?
Me too, please.
Okay.
Me too, please.
15.
I'm
So
going
it's
to
21.
21.
invite her
Yeah.
too.
It's kind of like she doesn't really,
I'm also
because you guys
curious.
look like different people than she's used to seeing here. She does not recognize you, and you
Awesome.
stand out a little bit for not being someone. So it was more or less one of those things that you kind of get
Okay.
that vibe.
Just checking if you were made or not.
Yes. You
Okay.
got it.
I will laugh at what. Wait, are we leaving soon?
I
Still-
would suggest we stay until dinner's over. Like, let's not leave too early to make
I
a-
thought dinner was over.
Yeah, it's kind of coming
Is it
to
over?
an end. It seems like a lot of people.
Okay.
There are a lot of drow women kind of dragging drow men out there onto the dance floor and having a very looks like a very, how do I want to say this, choreographed dance that's happening kind of in the middle of the room now. It seems like the
Oh god.
yeah,
Oh.
it's
Is it like Pride and Prejudice?
it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like
probably-
do you know what's that movie, A Knight's Tale, where they kind of
Oh, yeah.
where they all go out there and they do the dance and it's like all choreographed. It's like, oh, in the movie it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they get out there and they just start dancing, but everybody knows all the moves. Like, how'd this happen?
Yeah.
But it's almost like one of those types of situations where they all seem to know what's going on and they do the same dance as they're out there. It's very, very hoity-toity, very
Oh
nobilistic.
great.
Yeah.
Is it too early to leave? I don't want to dance.
They're doing the electric slide.
Probably.
They're doing the
would you
Cotton
draw?
Eye Joe.
Bracthel kind of looks at you.
Yes.
If you wish to make your exit, milady, I can definitely escort you out.
Oh, that would be wonderful. We're still a little tired from the road, you see. What do you say, sisters?
Indeed,
Yes.
indeed. Quite exhausted.
All of your passive
to
insights
go.
tell you that Bracthel actually despises dancing and is okay with this.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, Braxel.
So he does escort you guys out past the jade spider sculpture out the front door. It seems that there are a few other drow that were invited as guests are being escorted out as well by their different hosts for the evening, as they seem to be escorted out. And you guys are escorted out past the pens of lizards, massive lizards, and out into the street where Bracthel's like, milady, how long do you plan to stay here in Menzo?
Till we've made a much more formal arrangement. No timeline on matters such as these. You see what we're in town for. You can find us at Lost Favor, if you must, but...
Oh, yes, I've been by there a few times, yes. Well, I look forward to,
Reach out my hand haughtily and just turn away disdainfully.
he takes your hand and he approaches and he kisses it and let's go. I believe, let me see, because you were under the seeming spell.
Oh yeah, shit! Oops.
And he made contact with you. So let me see what happens here.
That's kind of funny.
What does seeming say under the spell description?
Ashlyn wouldn't know that, so it makes sense.
I think it's
There-
like an investigation check or something like that he's got to make.
You know, if we get technical about it, on a
Seeming is,
molecular level, you know, they say
it's
that
asked to make an investigation.
It'd be against your spell save DC though, Molfin, because you cast the spell. Is that correct?
It would be against Vix's because he casted it this point.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Vix's is a 19.
19, and that's intelligence, right?
Where is seeming?
But we're all shades
No,
of grey
no,
in the
he's a
Underdark.
bard. So it's a. Hold on, seeming for bard.
Well, it's an investigation, so investigation is based off of wisdom.
Oh, yeah, investigation is make an
Yeah.
investigation intelligence check. So he has to beat a 19 on an investigation roll.
Okay.
all I'm saying is that on a molecular level, you know, technically our molecules are so spaced apart that they're never actually physically touching. Like the molecules never touch. You don't actually ever touch anything. So really,
Makes noise, I'm gonna stunning strike him in the head.
Ashlyn, what's your passive perception?
21.
21. Okay. He kisses your hand, and he kind of bows down towards you, and he does what seems to be like a noble thing for male drow to do in the presence of a female that seems to be courting them, so to speak. He kind of bows a little bit and just backs off a little bit, and then kind of gestures towards all of you, just a short bow, and then turns and begins to walk back towards the Jade Spider entrance, leaving you guys kind of in the street to...
a curtsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You curtsy? Okay.
Do it a curtsy.
Alright, well, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's head back.
Yeah.
Or is the pen from where this is all happening?
They walked by you, Molfin, and out the front gate, so to speak, of the property. So probably
Right, so as he's coming back in, how far would he be passing in front of the pen, and would I have visual on him?
you'd have visual on him. He'd probably be about 90 feet away from you.
we still have telepathic bond up at this point?
You do. You probably
Okay.
only have about 10 minutes left on it.
As Molfin watches them sort of walk by, leaving,
Mm-hmm.
and having the thought that, okay, he's probably about to be coming back. Callista, quick thought for you. Should I attempt to borrow your uncle?
What do you mean borrow? How? Oh, how confident are you?
I do not know how skilled he
Exactly.
is in terms of arcane abilities. I am fairly certain they do not know where I am at the moment. But
What does borrow mean? Does that mean we're gonna place the sensor on
Hang
him, or
on,
we can
hang
kill
on,
the
hang on,
monster?
hang on. I
Molfin.
need to make a roll because this
Molfin,
is-
before you
okay.
guys get a chance,
don't
Brackthel
know.
actually calls over to some place that you cannot see, and then you see, kind of slinking out of the shadows, you see 4 drow male figures kind of appear next to him, and he seems to be having a conversation, and he's glancing back towards the entryway of the property.
Do it. I rolled a 1, so just do it.
can I see his mouth?
Can you see what?
His mouth.
You cannot. He's actually, his back is towards you, and you can see the other 4 kind of drow males standing kind of around him.
Are the other drow males within range? Are they within 100 feet?
Yeah, they're like right now. They're engaged with him. They're just like, they're all grouped together having a conversation.
Oh, okay. Molfin is going to pick one of the random drow males, seeing this happen, and as they come out and sort of cluster with him.
Okay.
And Molfin's gonna go into his inner body, pull out a small glass reliquary that he had purchased in Silvery Moon,
Oh boy.
and I am going to cast Magic Jar
Okay.
to basically send my soul into this small reliquary.
Okay.
And then from the reliquary, I can send my soul to attempt to possess that drow that is walking up to him.
Okay.
And that drow needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Whew, okay.
He's got to beat a 19. I don't know if this qualifies as a magical effect. It just says you attempt to possess any humanoid that I can see.
Okay. So, I rolled a 17 on the die. Plus 1 makes it an 18. So it fails the charisma saving throw.
Okay, so on a failure, my soul moves into that target's body, and the target's soul becomes trapped within the container.
So, so you having like so your body is staying in the rafters of.
Yep.
Now, do you continue to stay? Are you still invisible or not?
Oh no, I started casting spells once I get in there, so my body is now.
It's visible in the rafters.
I'm
okay.
just up in the sort of cocked up in the corner, leaning back,
Okay.
holding this small little crystal thing that now has a drow soul in it.
Neldro, this wispy form of
Molfin,
this dark
how-
elf just kind of like clawing at the inside of the glass. Cannot get out. Yeah, Molfin, you are now within the body of this drow. Now, are you still Molfin, or you inherit the statistics of this drow? How does that work?
Once you possess creature's body, your game statistics are replaced by stats of the creature, although you retain your alignment, intelligent, wisdom, and charisma scores. I retain all benefits of my own class features. If the drow has any class features, I can't use his
These are
features.
class features. Okay.
Meanwhile, the possessed creature's soul can perceive from the container using its own senses,
Oh,
but it
no.
can't move or take actions at all.
So basically, that drow can like look around in the glass bottle and see you holding it, and looking through the rafters of the pen. Basically, that's all it can do is like see where it's at. Okay, gotcha.
That's terrible.
And it can see itself now standing in front of Bractal.
So, Molfin, what you are for Matthew, just for games stats, if you just go into D&D Beyond and just get the basic Drow stat block, that is your stat block currently with the changes. So yeah, you only have 13 hit points. What happens if you're in this body and it gets killed or something? Do you just get ejected and?
So let's see here. If host body dies while you're in it, the creature dies, and you must make a charisma saving throw against my own spell save DC. On success, I return to the container if it is within 100 feet. Otherwise, I die.
Oh, great.
Oh, okay. That makes things more interesting.
Oh, gee.
All right. So, you come in during the conversation. And Bractal is talking to an individual who is to your right, who seems to be a little bit more well-armed than you are. Bractal comes up and says, Onar. And he looks back towards the entryways. I don't know, there was something strange about that group. Earlier, when I visited them or when they came to us when I was visiting the marketplace, the bazaar, they had a small deep gnome with them that just did not seem to be emulating the same kind of physical. I don't know. He was holding onto a burning blade, and it wasn't doing anything to his hand. It was strange. I just don't know what's going on. And just a moment ago, Milady, who I invited here, I took her hand, and it did not feel as if my hand was lining up exactly how it should. Listen. They told me they're staying at Loth's favor. Can you guys just go ahead and keep an eye on them? I want to know what they're up to. And basically this Onar is like, absolutely, my captain. It can be done. And he kind of gestures to all the rest of you and says, it can be done. And then a couple of the other drow on the other side just kind of shake their head and Molfin shakes his head. It appears that Bractal is putting this group on kind of following the group to investigate what's going on after clearly discovering that something fishy has been going on ever since you guys arrived. He can't quite put his finger on it, and you get your passive insight kind of tells you he's not really sure what's going on, Molfin, but he's aware of something. But he kind of gestures towards them and then starts heading back towards the entryway past the Jade Spider. Onar,
What are my compatriots doing now?
it looks like Onar's just like looking at the rest of the group. He's like, well, you heard the men. Let's do what Loth would ask us to do. And then he's just kind of like leads the way back in the direction where you just saw them escort your companions.
Okay. Molfin's going to follow along, trailing sort of in the back.
Okay.
And then basically, as soon as we get to the inn, sort of try to splinter off from the group.
Okay. So you're going to try to sneak away from them?
Yep.
Okay. The rest of you make your way back to the inn without a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And Molfin, if you're going to try to sneak away, I believe that will be a stealth check using your new stats.
I'm okay. Well, actually, what Molfin is going to do. So, actually, let me check here because this doesn't qualify as a. Let me look at the spell again real quick. I don't know if I can use their innate magical effect.
I'm not sure that those things like the Fey ancestry and stuff, I don't think that would... I don't know if you'd be able to use that or not, but I don't know.
How do you want to rule it? Because that may change what Molfin's doing.
Well, what is it exactly? What does it say again in that spell description? Like it said you couldn't use their class abilities, but that's not a class ability. That's an innate.
Yeah, that's a racial ability.
Well, it says you retain the benefit of your own class. If the target has class levels, you cannot use its class features.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all it specifies.
Okay,
so
yeah,
it doesn't
so-
say anything about racial.
So, Fey ancestry, innate spellcasting, and sunlight sensitivity are all racial features, which means you would have.
I would assume.
Yes, you would have control over those.
You would have those
Mhm.
because the sunlight sensitivity, like that, would still hinder Molfin if that was the case.
Yeah, and honestly, on this basic sheet, I don't see any class ability on here.
Yeah, no, I think it's more intended if you're using it on someone that's a higher level, like if you're doing it with a
A
boss.
higher NPC
Right.
or something, or a
Yeah,
boss.
DMs put like, it's
Yeah,
a
like-
bard or a cleric, something.
Yeah.
How far behind have I managed to sort of distance myself from this?
Well, if you're trying to be sneaky, you'll still have to make a stealth check to do so. Because it looks like they're all
Okay.
kind of grouped up. It seems like these other two drow that are with this guy, this Onar, are like... It looks like they've been they're a comfortable squad together. And it looks like they're moving, kind of like, SEAL team, SWAT team, like coming in. It looks like they've done this kind of thing before. This isn't their first rodeo.
Does it look like they're breaking apart, or they all just sort of go into one spot?
They all seem to
bunker?
be going into one spot the whole time. Since it's such a small group, it seems like they're sticking together. So
Okay,
definitely
basically, yeah,
you'll
Molfin's
have to
just gonna-
sneak, but definitely though if you don't sneak out of there, they're definitely going to notice. You just kind of tapering off, going to one. It seems like they're trying to stick together.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Molfin's gonna do it. 'Cause-
Okay. And try to sneak away.
Sneak away is at least he's got a +4 to it. Okay, that's not bad. That is a 21.
21. Very good.
17 on the die. They have a +4.
Very good. And against all their passives, you succeed. So you wanted to kind of describe what you're doing?
So basically, right as we get to this sort of point at the inn, whichever direction they're going, Molfin is going to sort of. If I remember, we all went to the inn together before we went to the party, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
So basically, when we get there, if they're heading towards the front door, Molfin's just going to sort of sneak off around the back,
Okay. Yeah.
and then literally just start climbing, find either a back door or go up into a window to one of the rooms.
Okay, perfect. What are the rest of you doing when you arrive at the inn?
Taking off my shoes.
Are you going immediately up to your chambers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I suppose we would know that steaming is wearing off, so yeah, I would go immediately up to the room.
We'll still have seeming for a few more
seeming's
hours.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Never
Yeah,
mind.
9 hours, and Vix
So
had
it's like-
recapped.
We just recast it before we went, so it's like
Diana is
I would say
in
you
a
were probably
mirror
there for about
and she's
2
playing with
hours.
her face.
I would say
Yeah.
you spent 2 hours, so you got 6 hours. But Vix can always just dispel that too. So if you guys don't want to stay in that form, he can always dispel it for you.
No,
I'm-
Diana is in a mirror and she's playing at her face and she's making faces as a drow.
Nice. Very good. Molfin, I need you to make an athletics check for me, please, as you're attempting to climb up this
Oh
side.
crap, that's strength. They're not great at that.
Yeah, it's strength based. Yeah.
11.
11. Just enough. You're able to make it up to your window. Diana, as you are looking in the mirror, making faces as Drow, you look over to a interesting glow in the window, and you see there's a Drow outside your window. You think it's your own reflection, and then you look a little closer, and it looks like it's a male Drow. What's it? It starts waving at you.
I think all three of us are in one
Yeah,
room.
but my perception.
yeah. As Diana's looking towards
immediately my
walking,
hand
everybody's like looking at the window now.
Produce
Diana
flame.
yells at him.
Instinctively.
Close the
flame.
curtain. No.
Yes. Molfin, yeah, you
Getting
can
ready
see
to
inside
attack
that
Molfin.
Callista, there's all of a sudden blue flame like erupts in her hand. It looks like Ashlyn might be reaching for weapons.
Oh,
Diana,
open the window.
can he hear Diana yell, "Screw off, pervert"? Because that's what I would like to do.
Yeah. You hear a muffled screw off pervert out through the window.
I'll open the window.
Okay.
Can I help you?
You've been made.
What do you mean?
Who
Who?
are-
Who are you?
I just grab him by the collar and drag him in and shut the window.
You guys drag this
Oh,
drow
three
male
others.
in.
The three others are part of a squad that was sent by your uncle.
Oh, so you didn't go with him. You went with this.
No, well, I was going to go with him and go into the building, but then these people showed up, and he started to talk to them, so I jumped in.
Molfin, how are you doing scheming but making yourself tall?
This isn't seeming. I have.
This is one. Vix has the seeming. 2, this is a new spell for him that he's been holding on to.
Oh.
This
So,
is
but
Bob
so it's like a
Brown.
different type of disguise spell?
No, this is Bob the Drow. His soul
Bob
is
the
in my body.
Yeah, we should talk about
Where-
that later. No, discussion for another time. Not time.
Where is your body?
Back at the estate.
We get your buddy.
I love it. I love
Isn't this dangerous to be far away from it?
Wait, I'm going back now.
All
I
right.
just needed to warn you that you were made.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Now I have to bring this body and kill it.
There, but where? Where are you going to hide it?
I'll feed it to the lizards I'm staying with.
Not the worst idea you've ever had, actually. So.
It's really not. It's really not the worst thing because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Calista has a thought that she thought Molfin would do, but she's not gonna voice it because she's scared if she voices it, she's gonna manifest it.
Yeah.
So she like stops herself. Okay, we'll do that. We need to keep seaming up every time then it drops if we're being watched, and if we're being watched, is there a way for you to figure out where? Because we need to meet the other family tomorrow.
Does this also mean we have to stay in character?
Yes.
Oh God,
Oh, no.
I hate this.
Continue to beat
Oh.
Vix.
No.
Okay.
You seem to enjoy beating Vex, but
Only when it's pretend. Like a soap opera.
Okay. I hate saying this, but get rid of him.
Oh,
Just
Molfin's
get rid
gonna
of him.
cut back out the window.
Okay.
Be safe and
be
be
careful.
smart.
He's smart.
I might not.
My smart, not your smart. Be wise.
Wise.
My smart, not your smart. I love it. That's so good.
Sheepish Drow starts walking away. Ooh.
Sorry, I had to clarify.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I'm just still hung up on where Molfin's body is, and why is that not his body?
He has.
As Molfin goes to leave, I'm gonna cast darkness in the room as I take off.
Damn it!
Molfin!
Dispel.
Sure.
Drow, dispel.
Guys are jerks here.
So
Diana, it's a really complicated spell. It's a very dangerous spell. And if he's not careful, he could die.
I like how they have just
So what I'm
discussed
gathering
spells in
is-
front of the cleric. And souls.
Is that Molfin has
know.
split his soul yet again
Yes.
into another. Jeez, Ilmater's mercy. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. But are we surprised at this point? No.
No, not at all. Not
And
at
then
all.
just dashing all the way back to Xorlarrin
actually,
Estate.
Molfin, when you get down from climbing the top, you start walking around, and as you walk around this stalagmite that this thing is built into, you almost run straight into Onar. And you guys just meet eyes. And he looks at you and says, Reed, what the hell are you doing? Where have you gone?
Sort of points over. We walked by. One was looking out the window. I went to listen.
You know the room they're staying in.
Yes. It was leaning out and will point up to the window I just came from.
Oh. He kind of clasps your shoulder. It's like, great work, Reed. Great work. This is good.
Lucky she was looking out.
Did you see anything suspicious like Brackthel was talking about?
No, the one looking out the window called me a pervert, so I started to come back out. I was gonna just let everybody know where they were.
You're lucky she didn't kill you. She had every right to, you know that, Reed. He smiles and says,
Brackthel,
you best be careful, Reed."
sort of looks over there. If he's right, they may not be what they appear. He said something's off. Took a chance.
I like that.
Seems to have paid off.
I like that, Reed. Why haven't you ever showed this gusto before?
When Molfin's a better Reed than Reed.
Just
Read.
sort of doesn't really say anything, just sort of looks down a little, trying to feign sort of shame at like.
Ugh.
What do we do?
Oh, of all glory to Loth, Reed, but in no time, Brackthel will be giving you a promotion. You keep this up. Why don't we just get back and report what we found?
Gives a nod
And yeah, you see the other two drow kind of like emerge from out of the corner. And just they seem to be just pawns. They're just following this guy Onar everywhere. He kind of looks at them. Hey, you two. Start taking notes. And he starts walking away. And they both look at you, Molfin. They look at each other and look back at you, and you can see the disgust in their eyes. As they just slowly turn and start to follow Onar back towards the Xorlarrin estate. As you just one-up them.
I'd say at this point, staying
That
nice
was
and
really
close
well played. I hang on. I'm gonna give you inspiration because that was like really.
That's Molfin going, crap, the only thing I could do is tell the truth. If he kills me here, I'm dead.
She did say be wise, not intelligent.
That was really cool. Well
Yeah, it's
played.
staying right with the group, but just behind the other two.
Okay, yeah.
Just, want to make sure that I don't get a knife in the back.
Oh yeah, it seems like you guys just travel back. No one speaks. No one talks. They're just kind of in formation. They head on back. And you guys arrive back at the estate. While the rest of you continue to be comfortable within the room of Lolth's favor, as Molfin, who is basically taken control of someone else's body, another drow named Reed, who we discovered, who really impressed his captain Onar here, who's leading him back to these Xorlarrin estate. Now, what do you want to do as you guys are getting back? It looks as if Onar's just leading the group back. You're not really sure where he's taking the group, but what would you like to do as you get back?
What have I got in my pockets? What do I have on?
Good question.
Basically, what as Molfin is walking behind is just sort of now actively looking around for either like plants. I'm looking to basically gag myself.
Okay.
Whether it is like a handful of, a handful of copper, start to try to shove it down my own throat. Right as we get back, I'm going to shove as much as I can in my mouth.
Okay. Yeah, you got a coin pouch that has some coin in it, yeah?
That's a decent amount.
Oh yeah, there's a handful.
Not a high dollar amount, but I mean, okay.
Yeah, I mean you're
basically
you're part of a, in essence, you're part of an or at least adopted into a noble family. So even though they're lesser nobles, they still have quite a bit of coin.
Okay. It's basically gonna sort of get the coin pouch as we start getting back.
Okay.
Open the coin pouch, and as I get to a point as we're sort of crossing back through the property, where I'm going, okay, I remember where I saw myself. Gonna take the coin pouch and sort of open the top and literally just head back like you're popping a pill that you really don't want to take. Shove the open coin bag as far into my mouth as I can.
Okay.
And just start literally go deep breath through the mouth as the coins start falling, and use an action to vamp myself back to my body.
That's so foul.
Okay, so you're basically inhaling a bunch of coins from your coin purse before you bamf out. Okay.
Basically, I want this guy like coughing and retching and unable to speak for at least like 15-20 seconds to give Molfin a chance to deal with him before he gets a chance to say, "Turn and look up there."
Okay. Yeah, so you bamf out. You hear a bunch of coughing and retching coming from that area, and you hear a bunch of like, "What's wrong with him?" And then like you could hear, like there's some kind of weird commotion going on down there.
Okay, and I can still see him where he is, right?
You can. It seems like the two other drow are kind of like, it seems like one of them is maybe helping a little bit, but the others, like, they don't seem to be doing, like, they're not helpful individuals. Like, this isn't part of their nature. So they're just kind of like, one's like, okay, tough it up. Get up. Stuff like that,
Okay. And as Molfin bamps back, that little reliquary that I had purchased just cracks and shatters.
Shatters into dust, basically.
Yeah, it's just a one-time use piece.
Got it.
So Molfin is going to cast greater invisibility on himself.
Okay.
And then basically misty step down.
Okay.
And run over to this individual.
Yeah.
Still invisible the whole time. And as Molfin gets over, I'm just going to reach out and grab him with the hand of Vecna.
Okay.
And I am going to try to turn him to jelly.
I believe you do make an attack roll against them. You will make it with advantage.
I'm pretty sure you are correct.
I think that's what we do with that spell, or with that ability. Not really a spell.
Charges, where is it? Okay. Yeah, you make an attack roll, and then they need to make a con save, or they just... Okay, so... Okay, so that is Okay, melee or bonus spell attack. Yeah, so I think that's gonna hit. That's gonna be like a 20 odd.
A 20?
Oh, even 26. Yeah.
26. Definitely hits. And they have to make a con save, you said?
Con save. Yep.
He rolled an 8. So basically, the bones dissipate from inside this drow's body as the last, what little breath the body can breathe, because its windpipe is now compressed around all these coins that are half swallowed within the drow's neck. It's just like this weird,
Reed, what a roller coaster.
weird gurgle. Yeah, Reed had his greatest moment and his worst moment within the last just 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, he was up for promotion.
Up for promotion, and now just a puddle of drow flesh. As he's laying there. The other three are just
Ew.
like... Oh no, did you see that? What? What just happened?
Oh god.
Onar looks at the
Running
other...
back.
Onar looks at the other two. He's like... I have no idea. That's disgusting. He just ate his coin purse and melted. You both were here the whole time and saw all this, okay? You two are both going with me to talk to Bracthel about everything that you just saw. Right. We're on the same page. They kind of like all nod together. That's what I thought. Let's go. And they all just leave this messy blob of a corpse that you can't even really like, you don't even know what it is. Like, it's just laying there
Ugh.
in like a weird gooey puddle, and they both begin to move towards the main gate. Or they all just kind of gather together and move that way.
You're muted.
Is that anything yet? It's gonna get even better. I don't know how it gets better, but it
Or-
does.
Poor Black Soul just got told he might get a promotion, and now he's a puddle.
No Reed.
Read, my bad. Names. What the heck?
Molfin is going to cast Bigby's hand, pick up the body, and then drop it up on the roof so they can't find it.
Okay. Okay. So,
And then bam back up and hide in my little hidey hole again.
okay, the hand just appears, scoops up the gooey corpse. One leg just kind of like dangling gooily without any bones. So
Ew.
it's just like sliding back and forth like this through the hand as it
Ew.
moves over and just
You're
plops,
gonna make them look insane.
plops the body onto the roof. And then Molfin just returns back to his hidey hole.
Yep.
Okay.
Cast sending to ward the group. I'm sorry, Bob the Drow has been dealt with. But the rest of the group may. Let's just say that Xorlarrin House is going to be in rare form this evening. But
May
yes,
he find peace.
you've been made. They know where you are.
All right,
You may want to move. Or
Yeah, we're gonna leave. We're gonna find a different inn to stay at. So I gather my party and tell them to like pick up because we're gonna go find a different inn.
you may wish to change your look.
As we pack up, Diana will light a candle.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Diana will light a candle.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So you guys are
New look.
So you guys are trying to make an exit out of this inn, and so you guys are trying to take on a new look. Do you want Vix to change your appearance? Is that what you guys were going for, or you just want to just make your way to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think Vix has the ability to do seeming on all of you, I believe. If
Yeah,
that's-
he can.
Yeah, but I'm alter selfing.
Okay.
Yeah, so he can get Riled, Silver, himself, Diana, and Ashlyn.
Yeah, I think everyone still stays Drow, just slightly different,
Slightly altered
like
from what you were.
outfits and facial structure.
Mhm.
Callista is going to actually look like the matron mother she showed the other woman.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right. You guys make your way back downstairs from the inn. You do turn a few heads, looking like a matron mother. In the inn as you're walking out, but nobody dare confront or say anything to you based off of their social status. As you guys make your way out
We
of.
should probably stay somewhere fancier then, right? So to fit it. Okay, good.
Okay. There is a place not too far away, within the same district area, called the Queen's Cocoon.
Let's go there.
Seems to be a little bit, as you approach, a little bit, not like exuberantly upscale from what you were at, but maybe just a little bit more on the ritzy side, as far as Drow society and community goes. So,
Want to go up one tier to the next society though, or what do you think, Callista? How do you want to play this?
Callista, you feel like the to go the next step up would be like almost to the point where you're getting
Stepping
into
on toes.
Yeah, you could do
Okay.
it, but it would be.
I could do it.
You could
A
do
lot
it,
more. We'd have a lot more attention.
but you might get attention.
Yeah. Because those are
Okay.
for like the main 10 houses, right? Or is it 8, 10?
It would be like
houses?
maybe
Okay, I
maybe
know
if
that,
like
like-
out of town guests were visiting like the main 8 to 10 houses, they would probably go at these more upscale places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, the Queen's Cocoon's fine. Yeah, Close will lead them there.
All right.
Well, she'll get Dad to lead them there because he probably knows where it is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Raud can lead you guys around pretty much everywhere that he knows easily, and he gets you guys.
We
to the
should
Queen's
probably tell
Cocoon.
Molfin where we are.
Yeah,
And
probably.
telepathic bond has worn out by now,
Yeah, it's gone.
so
It's
that
gone.
is gone. But of course, you guys have other means of communicating if you have spell slots and other things, other tools.
Diana, do you have message sending today? You do. Okay, so just send him a quick message to Molfin letting him know we've moved to the Queen's Cocoon.
I shall send a quick message to Molfin, and I will say, the party is at Queen's Cocoon now, and I hope that you're safe and well, and yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.
2 minutes goes by, and you probably just get the first few seconds is just hysterical cackling. As Molfin is probably still laughing over what he just did.
And Diana does not want to know. Diana does not want to know.
And then eventually
Better
just
than I don't.
we will meet up tomorrow. I'm still waiting to see
Okey-dokey.
them come back out.
Oh God.
So when you guys come to this next establishment, the rooms cost 5 gold pieces per night. This place is a little bit more expensive.
Chump change.
So it's up to you how many rooms you'd like to. I mean, it has more rooms than the other place had, so there's plenty of open space. Or if you guys would like multiple rooms, you can get multiple.
I'll just get. Yeah, I'll get 4 rooms, but I think we're only going to be staying in 1 or 2.
Okay, sounds
But
good.
Yeah.
for the guys, I'll just throw down 20 gold.
20 gold. Yep, sounds good. Yeah, so you secure they secure the payment with the gold as you guys come in, and they seem to like I said before. You, as a matron mother, you do turn some heads moving about, but it doesn't seem like anybody recognizes you. So they just assume that you're somebody from out of town. They get a lot of visitors to Menzo, so. Molfin, it doesn't take too long before Onar comes back out with And it seems like Brackthel comes out with a group of what looks to be like 4 other drow behind him as well. And they just walk right out where the body was, and it is no longer there. And Onar's like, looks at the other 2 that were out there, is like, wait a minute, did you... this isn't funny. You guys were both here, you both saw it. They were both here. And they're both like, just looking down at the emptiness and just shocked that there's nothing there. And Bracthel's like, where is Reed? Stop this garbage. I'm telling you the truth. He did some incredible recon. We came back. We were going to report to you. He all of a sudden inhaled his coin pouch and turned into sludge. The other 2 kind of look at each other and just like, just shake their heads yes, like agreeing with him hesitantly, but they shake their heads yes. Brackthel looks at Onar's like, okay, the sludge was here. Yes, my captain, the sludge was right here. This is where Reed lay just merely 10 minutes ago. We just came in to tell you what was going on. One of them's like, Captain, over here. One of them picks up a coin. Fine. Search the grounds. See if we can come up with Reed's body. And then you see some of the drow just start scattering. Oh no, it looks like he's sweating a bit. But this is like the first you've ever heard them call Brackthel Captain. And Ryald would have probably, within your travels, within the... Brackthel would be known as kind of like the house captain. He'd be like basically the leader of their militia.
Okay.
Would he be like their weapons master then?
Similar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Molfin's just gonna actively keep sort of head a little bit on a swivel, watching for watching if anyone's coming in here.
Okay.
Trying to just sort of pull myself back up into that corner a little bit, trying to stay as, as sort of curled up in my robes in the dark, trying to stay hidden away from people.
While this is going on, what are the rest of you doing at the inn? Are you just getting comfortable, ready to have a long night's rest?
Yeah, I think Calista would suggest shifts, especially if we're trying to be followed. But I think we should try and rest so we're on full par for tomorrow.
Okay.
Take 2 shifts. But Diana, can I ask you a favor?
Diana is in the middle of playing with her face in the mirror again, because it's a new face now. And she turns to Ashlyn. She's like, "Yeah."
Is this the thing we're doing now? Can we send... This is very distracting to me. Can we stop for a second?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. What's up?
Can we send my boyfriend a message just saying I was really, really sorry, but I had to pretend to go on a date with someone, and I'm really, 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 really so sorry. But it was it was quintuplets to Calissa that we do this because it's for her mission of vengeance.
If I recall correctly, she also told Molfin to send a message informing him about the date, and then Molfin did not send it, right?
That is correct. Molfin, I think Molfin basically went...
Yeah.
It just sort of pretended to, but didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But would
Oh,
Diana would
okay.
Diana know that?
Oh yeah, which
That's
Or would
part.
only Molfin know that?
Actually, that part.
Yeah, Molfin wouldn't have said it. I don't
Yeah.
remember if Molfin
Yeah,
said
so
anything. So probably
Diana,
not.
you have the impression that probably Molfin, you're not really sure if Molfin sent the message or not. So.
but he didn't get back, so I'm worried. Like usually he messages right back, you know, but he didn't this time.
Yeah. I'll message him. So you want me to tell him that you are sorry that you went on a reconnaissance date?
A Renaissance date for Callista's quintuplet mission.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, how many words do I get again?
I think 25.
25.
Yeah.
25. Okay.
I'm really so sorry.
Okay. Okay. Diana will cast message.
Okay.
And how will we do this? Okay. Diana casts message and she will say to Ashlyn's Boothang, all right, hello. Ashlyn says hi. We're in, what's this place called again?
Menzo.
Menzo Baranzan, because names of things. We're in Menzo Baranzan, doing reconnaissance, doing reconnaissance, on Big Family. Ashlyn is doing great and has this guy fooled. Anyway, Ashlyn, have you and him said that you love each other yet?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, she loves you. That's it. Okay, bye. That was 25 total.
That's good.
So I didn't say that she went on a fake date, but I did say that we were doing reconnaissance and that she's fooling somebody. So, but also that she loves her mans. So.
Okay. You get a response back as in just a moment. But please tell her that I love her too.
Oh.
That whatever she needs to do for her friends is fine by me. I trust her.
Oh.
Tell her to be safe and that I hope, and then it just cuts off.
Oh.
I will relay that message to Ashlyn, that he says that he loves you and he trusts you and to be safe, and then it cut off.
That happens to me. Words are hard. Thanks, Diana.
Diana to herself is just like, they are so perfect for each other. It warms my heart.
And then I can take 2 watches, and since I only trance.
Yeah, and I'll take a watch, and then Diana goes back to looking at her face in the mirror.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I do something before I go to sleep?
Sure. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna kind of pull Dad aside
Okay.
and ask him for help with a ritual that I want to do, since he's now being open to Lystri.
Okay. Yeah. He looks towards you. He's like, how can I help you, dear?
Well, can you just sit in front of me and hold Illustri's symbol out in the middle between us
So that sounds easy enough.
and focus?
Well, the
Yeah, just focus on her.
the focus part is a little bit more complicated, but yeah, I mean, I can sit in front of you and hold
How
this.
Great. Try and focus on her protection and try and focus on our plan for tomorrow. Think you can do that?
We do have a detailed plan for tomorrow?
Well, it's a vague plan.
I think most of the things we do are very vague, aren't they, dear?
Yeah. I think at the moment our plan is if we go in with the other noble house and infiltrate our home, their home, and we eliminate as many as possible.
We need to eliminate all of them or we'll be brought under justification.
Yeah.
If any one of them escapes and know that there is some kind of treachery afoot, the other houses will join together and that will not be good for us.
No, it will not.
We need to make sure this is clean, if that's the way we were going to do it.
We're definitely going to need to try and sneak in is the ideal. Whether that works or not, I'm not sure.
There might be a way. There are some tunnels.
Okay.
That connect to the forest area.
Okay.
It's not going to be easy, but it's possible.
All right. How about we focus on that plan then? Because that's a more solidified plan than what we have so far.
Yeah, because right
Would you
now
say?
we just have charging into the front gates and just annihilating everyone. And
That's not gonna. Yeah. So let's focus on that plan.
Okay. Yes. So hold this. Sit here.
Mm-hmm.
Concentrate on protection, and focus on the plan.
Yes.
I can do this.
All right. And I'm going to start druid crafting a little like magical circle around us with like white water lilies and stuff that kind of bloom underneath us.
As you're doing this, your father is looking at you, and are you guys all still under seeming? Or
I think so.
Or did you guys decide to when you got back to the room, did you guys decide to go back to your normal forms, or were you going to try to keep the
I
seeming
think
up
I
the
would
whole
probably
time?
drop alter self
Okay.
because it's at will, so I would probably drop alter self.
Okay.
I thought that we were kind of like, since we could be being watched, that we would like remain in our disguises.
Well, you
like,
can shade,
throughout.
like, the windows
Or
can
was
be
that,
shaded
like-
if you guys would like to. Like, there's, like, you guys can
Okay.
make it to
Yeah.
where people cannot
Okay.
see in.
That should be fine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fine.
But you notice as you're doing this, your father is looking directly at you. And there's just, like, this realization, like, comes onto his face. And he's like, wow. You are just incredible, my daughter. You look so much like your mother.
You know, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Impossible.
Think about where I stayed. Do you really think that I said I look like her? I look like you.
Yeah, I guess to them, they would never see anything but my face.
Exactly.
You have grown so
Thank you for saying that.
much. Well, I'm so proud of you. And your mother would be too.
I think so too. Hope I can live up to it. Now stop talking.
Right.
I go back into the ritual
He's
because it
like-
takes 10 minutes.
He's gripping this thing and he's staring at you and focusing.
I am casting divination and I'm focusing on Illustri and I'm focusing on her protection of us and My question is concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within the 7 days. If we go in with this infiltration plan, is it feasible? Is it even possible?
Okay, and what does the description say as far as the dungeon master?
The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. It doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, aka Molfin, such as casting additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. So yeah, you can tell me as much or as little as you think Illustri would offer us. Because I'm focusing on her, because she doesn't. Callista's not religious. This is like a new thing for her, so she's focusing on the goddess she knows.
And as you guys are all, I guess you would be doing this in the middle of the room with everybody there. Would everybody be present?
Yep.
Yeah. The fair.
She's not hiding it.
As Callista's doing this and inciting the incantations in this, something, Diana, to you, it's something new, because it's almost as if Callista is praying. Like, this is different from anything. It's more familiar to you than it is to everybody else seeing this happen. And the fairy fire in the room starts to like dim, and you guys get this sensation of almost like a breeze, a torrent of air moving throughout the room. The notion that you start to hear is you start to hear a female voice echo within the room. It sounds like just a very soothing sound, soothing female voice. Think of the most beautiful female voice you've ever heard. You know, the most comforting, the most soothing. Just has that right tone and pitch, you know, to calm your nerves, to bring down anxiety, all those things. And then you guys all can see this. It's one of those things where you can't look directly at it. You have to look at it through your peripheral. Like sometimes when you look at the stars in the sky, like you can't look at the stars directly to see them clearly. You almost have to see some of them from your peripheral to see the outline and their shape. But then you start to see, it's almost like a strange form is dancing around the room. You can't pick it out, but from your almost ghostly, this blue residual energy just seems to be spinning around, almost as if a dancer was going around the room with one of those little like what are those things that the marching band people
ribbons.
The big long ribbons.
Streamer ribbon.
Yeah, like a streamer ribbon, like following around and like just dancing and circling around the individual as it seems to taper off.
Color guard.
Yeah, like the color guard. That's exactly right. And you get the notion. It's almost more of like a feeling. You don't get the words of this voice don't seem to communicate in any language that you understand. But it's almost like this feeling, this essence. This plan is feasible. It brings like this ease and this soothing thing. But then on the second side of things, that there is a fear that things from your past might be abruptly thrown in front of you and will attempt to distract you from your mission. So while your plan seems to be favorable for you and the abilities of your squad, there are still things that you feel like is your Illustri is trying to say, hey, there's things from your past that are going to pop up, and it's going to be up to you guys how you decide to deal with those things, because she can't make those choices for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are all already aware of Gimbal, and he is an element of your past. So it could be refraining to that. It could be pointing to other things
Something
as well.
else. Yep. Calista probably gets a little tense at that, but actually relaxes because at least we now know. Mm-hmm. Like there's a little bit of certainty here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we lost Sauce. Or is she coming back?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's almost as if like she is as a deity and you reaching out to her confidence is in you. At the same time, there's also that, you know, when people...
Is everyone else in the room picking up this feeling?
Well, you are the only one that's picking up the feeling, but they're seeing this strange figure, this breeze, moving about the room, which is kind of odd for them,
Okay.
but Diana might be more familiar with things like this happening than anybody else. Like, deities tend to speak differently to their followers, so it just depends on the deity. It depends on the, you know, how you're reaching to them and things of that nature. So, but then eventually, like that breeze just kind of stops blowing through the room. The fairy fire illuminates a little bit brighter, and then you open your eyes, and sitting there before you is your father and the rest of your group, just kind of staring at you, waiting for you to speak.
Well, the good news is that plan is actually feasible and probably obtainable with our current set of abilities and party makeup. But there may be unforeseen situations that are going to be thrown in front of us from our past. And now we already know we have Gimbal, but there could be other things as well that we're not taking into account that could be thrown at us. And it's up to us how we react to those things. And I think those things will dictate how successful we are.
Before we came into the city, didn't Molfin have a vision of Moby? I mean, that could be...
He's been having lots of visions of Moby, though. He was having visions of Moby, like, at the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Non-wedding.
I know, but it's just, if things from our past might resurface. Actually, now that I think about it, it could be things from your past and your father's past, you know? Like...
Hey, Diana and
It could be.
Callista, you guys can both make insight checks for me based on what this conversation has brought up.
Okay. Insight with my GF.
23.
Oh, wow. Lovely roll. 16.
23, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, what is Molfin's... I guess it would be his... just give me your deception bonus.
Deception. -1.
-1, okay.
Really? I thought you'd be better at... Oh, no, it's
No.
Lachlan that's better at it. Never mind.
Lachlan was deception.
My charisma's low.
What was your
Okay.
roll again, Diana?
A 16.
16, you right on the number. As you guys are having this, you both kind of at the same time almost come into like an accord, a realization. Molfin's Moby things got really aggressive after the insertion of the eye.
I think, didn't last time we discover that it happened after he got the eye too? Like it, I don't know. Never mind. I thought that we did that before, but now
You could have.
now
You might have known it, and I've just forgotten.
could have.
I have no idea.
Diana might have noticed. I don't think Callista did.
Yeah. That
Because
might
Callista's
be it,
more
yeah.
concerned about his like mental health versus like the items on his body.
I think Diana had an inkling, but she didn't have like an actual
Well,
like aha moment. This is her
Yeah,
aha
okay.
moment. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of like
Yeah.
that aha
Alright.
moment. Yeah.
I mean, it could still be a liability if you think about it. If suddenly we're facing off against my family and Molfin has another Moby breakdown in the middle of battle, that could be a problem.
I mean, is there not? Should we maybe talk to him about it and see?
He's not gonna. He can't take the problem is we can't take the items off of him. If the eye is what's causing it, we can't just take it off. He says he has a plan, but he hasn't elaborated, and he's in no rush to take them off now.
Well, I don't know if he necessarily needs to take it off, just like to help him. Something that we could I don't know. Maybe
Could you decursify the objects with your holiness, Diana? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. I was more so talking about like, if Molfin is suffering hallucinations, right? We
Right.
can't get rid of the thing that's giving him hallucinations. Maybe we can at least help him be able to identify when it's a hallucination and not really Moby. So that way he doesn't,
Okay.
you know, it's sort of like giving him, I guess, healthier coping mechanisms than yelling at something that no
Kinda
one
like,
else can see.
What is that? Like that medical alert button, like goes off when you're having a hallucination.
Yeah, it's the first step in identifying a problem.
Molfin.
The first
Molfin has
step to
life
identifying
alert
a problem is to
for
admit you have one.
hallucinations.
Yeah, life alert.
Yeah.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Yeah.
We need to get Molfin life alert
Life alert for
or a
hallucinations.
therapy dog that will pick up on
There
it.
you go, yeah.
Yeah. But
Not
yeah,
something we can do right now, I don't think.
no, it's not. But I mean, if we're worried about it becoming a liability, I think that we should probably discuss it with him and
Okay.
try to.
I don't know if we're gonna have time to do it before this all goes down, but if you can find a way to pull him aside before it does, please do. But if we don't have time, we don't have time.
I understand.
Maybe
I'll
after.
try.
He's not the
Yeah.
best with confrontation.
Yeah.
It won't be confrontational. It'll just be like, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how to exactly approach it.
It's
Hey
kind of an
there, buddy.
intervention, so
You know
it's kind of
the-
confrontational.
Yeah.
You know, the things that you think that you see, you don't actually see. So, not to call you
Yeah.
crazy or anything, but like, don't act like you see them. God, that doesn't work.
No. Let's
We'll work on it.
let's brainstorm this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start my rest. That's all I wanted to do. It only took me 10 minutes to do
Agreed.
that.
We can
I'll
put a pin
let
in
Dad
it.
keep the symbol, like I said I would. I just needed it for the ritual, and then I will go to bed.
Sure.
Before I go to bed, I light up my pipe, smoke my pipe, calm down, then go to bed.
Can Diana get a hit?
Absolutely, she will
Hell yeah.
pass as needed.
I feel so cool. Diana chokes on it, by the way. She does not inhale properly.
It's okay.
Molfin, you do see while you were sitting there that this squad seems to be looking everywhere. The Xorlarrin household seems to be on high alert, and there are groups searching around. Not a single group comes into the lizard pens. What do you do?
Well, does them not looking in the lizard pen sort of set off any alarms to me?
It doesn't appear to.
Like
I
I don't
mean,
think it's weird that they're not coming to look in.
You see a couple like glance by, but it's kind of like imagine like imagine like a fence on the outside, so it's kind of open to where they can kind of see.
Sort of like a carport.
Kind of,
It's basically
yeah.
4 points and then a roof.
Right. So they look in, don't appear to see anything different, odd. The lizards are all acting normal, so they're not startled by that. Obviously, if there was like a gooey dead body in there, they might be eating it or doing something really, really weird, but they're not. So they just kind of glance and then continue to walk by and continue their search. I mean, that's really just the gist that you get from overall. You hear some shouts every once in a while, like it appears that somebody thought they might have seen something, and then of course you know they didn't, because you know where the gooey body is. It's pretty much right above your head, over top of you. But no one seems to look. No one seems to discover anything.
After watching for a little while, Molfin will just reach back into that little pocket dimension that my friend Impy disappears into and pull Impy out to basically have him take watch while I sleep.
Yeah, you got it.
And then just Pass out for the night.
All right, you got it. What I'll do for sake of brevity is you guys all get a long rest. So if you cast any spells, had any hit points, you guys can go ahead and use your, if you're using D&D Beyond, all you got to do is click that long rest feature and it will basically boost you guys back up to what you need to be. And you wake up for what is a new day here at Menzo, even though it's very, very deep below the surface of Faerun, so there is no sunrise here. But as you guys wake up, I guess we will start with the group at the inn. As you guys all come to rise and shine, what would you guys like to do here?
I assume Vix seemings us, or seems the group. I'll alter self back into the matron woman.
Okay. Sure, yeah, Vix would definitely do that. And Matthew, if you want to keep track of, are you able to keep track of his stats on the character sheet? So whatever spell.
Yeah, I just clicked cast,
Okay.
so it flagged the 5th level form.
All right, perfect. So we keep track of all these spell slots that are being cast. And...
Oh, but it shows up as me when I click it on his character sheet and roll 20 OL.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, well, it comes up with my name on it, so.
Is it still marking it on his
Like
sheet?
it says
though?
Molfin Matthew DC 19. Yeah, it's on his sheet,
Yeah,
but
I guess as long as we have it marked on his sheet, so that way when he comes back, he'll be able to see what spells he has available and what he does not. So that's good.
Yep. Get my stones.
Okay.
Day to day.
Yeah, so whatever you guys have, like at the beginning of a new day, if you guys have something you need to roll or things you need to change or adjust, if you used any charges on any weapons or things that have charges, don't forget those restore certain things at the beginning of the day, actually. Rod would have had 2 nights, so his Staff of Power would have been back up from what it was. I only have to roll, because I don't think he only spent like 5 charges. But it's up to you guys. The day is yours. We've got one group. I would say that this inn is a little bit closer to the Xorlarrin estate. It's probably not within range, like... I mean, it's not as far away, but it's... Like, you guys would still have to... I think, Molfin, your mind link thing that you do, don't you have to be within a certain range to be able to sync you guys all... Telepathic.
Oh, yeah,
bond?
they have to be within, I think it's 10 feet.
10 feet, okay, yeah.
They got to be they got to be fairly close.
Okay.
As long as they're outside of that 300-foot range, that messes with their sleeping. That was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Diana would just be preparing her spells and getting ready for the day. How's Diana?
Okay. So Diana's just kind of praying, preparing her book of prayers that she has with her.
Thank you later.
Getting Elmater's wishes in order for the day.
Yes. She's reading scriptures.
reading the good scriptures of Elmater.
Yeah. Studying the good book.
Praying over her holy symbol.
Yeah. That part.
How about Molfin? What do you do, Molfin? You wake up in the rafters. It seems like after a certain amount of time, Impy basically tells you that, yeah, a couple of squads basically like were looking around, but it thinned out.
Okay.
And not really much else happened.
Okay, looking around here, what sort of... So right now it's pretty quiet. It's... we'll call it first light. It's fairly early in the morning.
Yeah.
What is the business looking like around here? Are there a lot of people around?
From where you're at, you're a little bit off of the main walkway. So you can't really see too much from where your location is. you do hear that there are people that would walk back and forth somewhere, probably to your right somewhere, probably, but all you can see is a wall right there. It's kind of blocking your view. Doesn't seem to be too much going in and out of the Xorlarrin estate. Eventually, you do see that a couple drow seem to be coming into. They're carrying things towards the lizard gate. Looks like maybe they've been bringing food, or it must be like the servants, the drow servants who are responsible for the lizards are arriving. It looks like 2 of them.
What sort of natural materials do I see? Like, are there logs laying out anywhere for fires?
There's not a whole lot of that here in Menzo. Wood is a rare thing this deep underground. They do have some of the buckets that they're bringing. It looks like it's got some kind of something that they're going to feed these lizards inside them are made of a wood.
Now, I'm looking more for like around the grounds, not on these 2 individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there any sort of loose material, whether it's stone, something Molfin could work with?
As far as loose material goes, you see a lot of what seems to be some kind of almost like a hay-like vegetation that's in the bottom of the lizard pen.
Okay.
It seems like it's got like a little weirder, like, it's not like straight, it's more like angled in areas. I'm trying to find the word to describe it. It's more like a kind of like a
more straw-like.
It's straw-like, but it also has like jagged edges on it, almost like imagine like a briar bush that is dried up to where it doesn't like stab you anymore.
Okay.
It kind of looks like that. Just a bunch of old dead briars. They're just kind of like laying around.
Doesn't help Molfin much at the moment. I don't think it'll be rigid enough what Molfin was hoping for.
Yeah, it seems like
Molfin
these
was
2
gonna
drow
use fabricate to build something.
Build something. It seems like these drow come in and start putting some kind of slop type stuff in a trough. And are just kind of like one grabs some kind of tool, almost like a rake type thing, and starts like raking up some of those briar like into like a more organized pile in one of the corners. It just seems like they're going about their business taking care of this pen.
It's a trough made out of.
The trough appears to be carved into the stone around the area. It seems like they try to utilize the stone for much of what they do here. Like a lot of the stuff is just like there permanently. Like it's like they carved like a bowl into the earth to use for this.
And Ryle told us that spells to like things like pass wall and things that are going to mess with the stonework don't work in Menzo, right?
That's right. Yeah, things like earthquake, anything that would change the shape of the layout. That's the one thing that is protected here because they don't ever want to have a cave in here.
Yeah. Okay, I have some crap. And there's 2 of them down there?
2 of them, yep.
And I know where the others are, right?
They told you that they were.
Did they ever message me?
They did tell you that they switched inns, and that they were staying at the Queen's Cocoon.
Okay. Molfin's gonna look down. How close are the 2 together?
Not very close, probably about 25 feet apart. As one's over at the trough, one's kind of raking things over into a corner on the other side.
Molfin's gonna look at the one closest.
Mm-hmm.
Drop down and again, same thing. Try to touch him.
Okay.
And I just sort of drop down, touch, and then immediately bonus action right back up into the rafter.
Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. I want you to roll initiative.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's not great. 9.
9.
Oh.
Okay. That one that you land next to actually gets a higher initiative than you did, and as you
Oh, wonderful.
jump down, like looks at you with the rake in hand, and is a little bit shocked at first, and then just swings the rake at you, and tries to attack you with the rake. Only rolls a 12 on the attack roll.
Oh, that'll miss.
You dodge, and just kind of stands his ground. Your turn.
Okay.
As it seems like you've startled these two, and the other one over by the trough holding the bucket, looking over towards you.
I'm actually going to try to like grab this one and. Shit. Molfin's just going to try to hit this one and turn it to jelly.
Okay, you got it.
Magic missile.
Oh, wait, yeah, this should hit them. 17.
17 does hit, and they have to make a con save.
Yep, con save, DC, what is it, 18 or 19?
I think it's 19, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 19 now.
So gosh, I gotta roll a 19 or a 20 on this. That is a natural 1.
Well, yeah.
So this one, as you grip this drow servant, the bones just let loose inside, and just kind of falls out of your hand.
Bonus action, Misty step to the other one.
Misty step over to the other one. Okay, you got it.
Yep.
That one immediately and swings the bucket at you. 14.
Miss.
You duck out of the way of the bucket, and as a bonus action, begins to yell and scream. There's someone in the lizard pen. Your turn.
Same thing.
Okay.
Okay, 19.
That hits.
Not rolling well. Okay, that's another con save.
10.
Okay.
The bucket falls to the ground dramatically. The wood breaks apart, as next to it is a pile of drow flesh. And you can hear...
And what can I see near me? Is there anywhere that's not the lizard pen that I think I can sort of duck into for a moment?
You're like frantically looking around. You look over and you almost meet face to face with one of the lizards. Who's just sitting there looking at you going... And it doesn't seem like there's many other places to hide. It's like the lizard pen, and then it's like the main gate out. Or you could go into the area and hide around the jade sculpture area. But if you remember right, that thing acted like it could see you.
See me, yeah. And I don't think I took regular. No, so I'm only going to have a minute. I think. Yeah, this lasts up to a minute. So Molfin's going to cast Greater Invisibility.
Okay.
And take off running out of the property towards the end.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you hear commotion.
It's basically run, dash, misty step. Run, dash, misty step. Just because Greater Invisibility, I can keep bamfing and I don't have to worry about casting spells in it, so.
All right. Would the rest of you have gone downstairs to enjoy any breakfast in the inn?
Probably not. I would just good berry it.
Good berry it? Okay. Enjoying some good berries. Molfin, you do eventually end up at the Queen's Cocoon. You probably gave him the room that you guys were staying in, I would assume. Within the message.
Yeah.
And
sure.
Molfin, you hurriedly make your way up to the room and see the door in front of you.
Just gonna is there a gap under the door?
A little bit, yeah.
Or a keyhole? just sort of gonna lay down and poke, look through the guy, and just misty step inside the room.
Okay.
I love that.
You're still greater invisibility, right?
It lasts for a minute, so it depends on how far,
Oh,
how long it takes
yeah,
me to
yeah.
get
You
there.
wouldn't be invisible anymore if it lasts for a minute. Yeah, yeah. You would. It would take you even misty stepping. It would take you longer than that to get there. But yeah, Molfin appears in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
You could knock.
You must be starving.
I was running.
What did you do?
Okay, so last night after everything happened,
Mm-hmm.
that lovely young pervert decided to swallow his coins and turn to jelly.
Oh my
The
god,
body-
that poor thing.
The body then mysteriously just vanished for some reason. No one knows why it happened. Captain Branglebot, or whatever the fool's name was, then was brought out by the others who were looking for you. He thinks they're crazy. They spent most of the evening searching the grounds looking for Bob the Drow's body, which is currently sitting on top of the lizard pen. I went to leave this morning, and there were two other
Okay.
servants in the area. They were in the way of my departure, so now they are jelly.
Oh god.
Didn't you just turn invisible? Wait, I don't know this, but seriously, didn't you just turn invisible to run around them? Like, you could have turned invisible before you ran around. Like, you didn't have to kill. It doesn't
didn't-
matter.
You could have waited till they left. You could have conserved your spells.
Doesn't matter.
It isn't a spell. All I have to do is touch.
You really like murder, huh?
Well, is it the plan to murder them all anyway? Now we have 3 less to deal with. We're ahead of the game.
But like, surprise! Now they're gonna be on guard. Ish, more on guard-ish.
I draw the old woman out. She's expecting me to contact her today to set up a time and place to meet to discuss her acceptance.
You
flask. And whatever payment she plans to offer me for it.
You'll still have to see that other family that I keep forgetting the name of at mid.
Why don't we say we're gonna send it in with the other family and attack when they're meeting?
Because if we were to truly hand it to the other family would just keep it.
I know, but we could just say to the other family, hey, we have a ruse to get you in with them. Pretend that you have this item.
No, they
They'll
don't
get
want to be
you-
associated. They don't.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay.
We
We're only
have
getting the
random
soldiers. I forgot.
mercenaries.
But we do need to collect our guards from them and put them under a spell, right?
True.
That was as we promised them that their guards would appear under a spell so that way they would never be implicated
True.
if things went south.
Yes.
Hmm. All right, so what are we doing first? Going to meet that family or...
Dad, where are those underground passages from here?
Really not too far. My mouse will not go to the map, so let me check that out.
Over by where we met them in the Lakeland or whatever whatever it's called.
Honestly, were you?
Yeah, we're meeting them at the lake area, and then
Yeah. Once, I mean, honestly, they're not too far from here. Relatively 5 minutes away from here.
Okay.
So if we meet them at the lake, we can come back to this place
Yeah.
and head from there.
yes, good call. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for sake of brevity, you guys head into the lake site to meet these I can't remember, was it 5 warriors or 5 to 10 that you guys kind of negotiated?
We were
Okay.
pushing for 10,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and she said that the most that she might be able to get would be 10.
Okay.
Oh, King, no. Sorry.
All right.
And
Yeah.
the Conqueror.
As you guys approach, you see Mina is there, the priestess of the Loth that you guys communicated with. You also see that her associates that were next to her, that were there before, are there as well. And you also see that there are 10 other drow. I rolled randomly a d10 and it ended up being a 10. So there are 10 others standing there as you guys approach. Now you.
I want my matron to be wearing a shawl, so like you can't see her face.
Okay.
But
She seems to get the vibe as you're approaching. She seems to realize, she understands. She's thinking now that you're kind of showing yourself a little bit because she saw a little glimpse of what you look like.
Yep.
Yep. And kind of gestures with a bow as you guys approach. And it's like, so I was able to scoop up this squadron of individuals to help.
impressive.
I hope that everything is set and squared away.
We have a means in.
And you still have a way to make sure that nothing will be traced back to our house.
Absolutely. They won't look like they do now.
Well, this sounds good. My matron Tamalin, she's excited about the opportunities that lie ahead.
I'm sure.
The downfall of the Xorlarrin could mean, well, great new ventures for many of us who still squander for power.
And you're first in line for it.
Well, thank you, milady. I hope that one day I will share the same benefits that you do.
Make it so.
She kind of smiles at that. I'll do my best. Or die trying, right?
He just nods. Pretends to be like surveying the 10 that they're giving us, like
As you're pretending to survey, I mean, it doesn't take like, you don't even have to look up. These are kind of average Joes. I mean, you know, they're
playing it up, giving them a little bit
mechanically, these are Matthew. These are the just the basic drow warriors. You know, it's not
just read.
Yeah, kind of. It's
really
basically 10 reads is what you guys get.
Yeah.
One hit wonders.
Yeah.
You know.
I love it.
So. Yeah, she kind of looks over and, well, I should get going before I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. And she kind of bows to you and takes the 2 that were with her, flanking her, and they just kind of seem to disappear within the shadows of this kind of mushroom forest. And these 10 drow are just like standing at attention towards you guys, just looking at.
I'm gonna get Vix to cast Seeming on them to make them look like they're part of a different family crest. Like Calista would have like randomly got Vix to make one up.
Okay.
So it looks like they're part of our family, not theirs.
Okay. So Vix is going to cast Seeming. How many people can he affect under Seeming?
I think 10.
Can he do 10?
I think it's 8.
Is it 8?
Oh, is it 8?
It's 8.
Spell as you say. Oh, of any number of creatures that you can see.
Oh.
Wow, really? Any number you can
Yeah.
see? Jeez.
Okay.
godlike abilities right there. Look at that. Dang.
Damn, Vix.
That's insane. Yeah.
On all of us then, or
Yeah, so he could do one
Yeah, might as
seeming
well
for
read-
everybody, yeah, and he
Yeah,
can
just,
customize
like-
based on individuals, so that's cool.
I think he'd do that all in one then if we're all here and
Yeah.
Just re-upcast it, get it all good to go
Yeah.
for the rest of the
Yeah, I think
rest of the
so.
day. Yeah,
I think so. I think that's a good call.
absolutely. Is there any specific family crest that you want to target, Callista, or do you want to keep it general? Like, do you want to target like one of the top
Oh.
tiers?
Yeah, honestly,
Or do you want to keep this kind of like definitely a lesser house, or do you want to try to hit up one of the
Let's
big
see.
guns?
let's see. Yeah, she's I'm rolling real low for her wise pettiness, and she's feeling real petty about everything here. So yeah, I think she's gonna go for a higher, definitely not Bane range. She's not that stupid, but
Okay.
it's definitely. Trying to think how I could play this. Where did Xorlarrin used to be?
They were about probably a little lower than halfway. If the council has 8,
Right.
they would probably be around the 5 zone.
5.
Was where they were in their prime.
In their prime.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go target the lesser, like the last one in the rank.
Okay. Let me
I'd ask Dad.
Let me double check that really quick. As I forgot the list.
I think Callista's mind of thinking is like the one at the bottom is the most desperate to get up the line, so they would be more desperate to pull something like this.
That's a great thought. Yeah. That's right on par with the way these people work.
I love my drow. I love the
That's it. Anyway,
gonna fuck shit up.
that's it.
Molfin wasn't around when the plan was getting discussed. Is the plan for Molfin to sort of to journey the sewers with the group, or is Molfin still trying to sort of draw attention elsewhere as a potential? Let's have a meeting outside and discuss this.
When Callista tells you about what happened with the divination, what is Molfin's reaction to that? Like when she tells you like this is a feasible thing, there's gonna be shit thrown in our faces from our past, there's potential there. I would like you with us, but like what's his like gut reaction to that?
Oh boy.
Putting all our eggs in one basket isn't always the smartest way. If we're coming out of one small entranceway, it's a lot that could go wrong with that.
I know, but my concern is like we could do telepathic ballot. There's no guarantee we'll get there within the hour. My concern is we're not gonna have. You're gonna be alone. We're not gonna have a way to coordinate that unless you have an idea.
Okay.
No, I may be alone, but I can also make it so they cannot harm me.
Oh God.
So the current Menzo Berenzin 8th house
Yeah.
is House Doerden.
no.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
it
no!
in this time frame.
Oh my Kokoro! Oh no! Okay, yeah. Callista doesn't know what Kristy knows, so I think
That's right.
she just do it. Oh, this hurts my heart, Michael. What the
I
heck?
know.
Every day. What's the backstory?
I mean, he's long gone. Driz isn't there. His family are all
Yeah.
dicks. It's fine,
Yeah.
but like my heart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's Driz
Okay.
Doran's family.
And in this time frame, it's a
Okay.
little bit different from the. This is. I think this happens after all the novels and beyond that. I believe.
Yeah,
So-
this is like long after he left Menzo. He's
Okay.
like out around 10 towns or whatever the hell.
Mhm.
Is he?
And Raud would inform. And Raud could inform you
Tune
that.
in Sunday nights to find out.
That's right.
Is he though?
Raud would inform you as well that as you do this, that basically the Duorden family was basically it was a disgraced house like the Xorlarrin family is currently. You know, they were kind of
Perfect.
outcasted, but they were resurrected by the House Benray. Basically supported them and built them back up.
Yep.
But they're now currently like totally dependent on House Benray to keep them there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, that's awfully convenient, isn't it, Dad? Yep.
Yeah.
We're all Bainrays.
Yeah.
We're not Bainrays, we're all Duordens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
All right, sounds
So
good.
yeah, back to Molfin. What was your gut instinct on Calista telling you the plan she has?
My concern is us having one entranceway into the room. That creates a rather severe bottleneck for us. We have a large group of individuals to try to make our way through there.
Like,
Dad,
go by
how-
yourself. I'm going with you.
Oh God, Dad, how long does it take to get there if we go this way? That way?
No, it won't take long at all, really.
Oh really?
Within 5 to 10 minutes, we
Okay.
can be within the lower sections of the estate. We'll have to come up through the lower levels, but
Okay.
How many
Then
lower
actually
levels
a
are there?
telepathic bond.
I gotta.
would work.
I have to warn you that I haven't been there in quite a long time. But if things remain the
Right.
same, then it shouldn't be an issue. But
Mhm. Okay.
And Molfin's going to look around. And are we fairly certain that this woman is going to attempt to kill me to get the flask? Or will she bargain in good faith?
to be 100% honest, I don't know what she'll do. I know she's desperate. What would you do, Molfin, if it were you?
We all have that face
Oh.
on.
I think
Old Molfin.
we should remember that, you know, there is a secret plan that we don't know anything of, and apparently they have inside information on us from Gimbal. So anything could happen, Molfin, and things from our past could be thrown in our faces, things like that. So just
Right, but
be careful
what
out
Gimbal
there.
What Gimbal knows of me is a vast difference.
Than what he's become.
No, it must be.
I
Gimbal doesn't know
know.
me at all, so I'll go with Molfin.
No, Raud kind of looks at you guys. I'll be honest. I don't know Gimbal as well as all of you, but from what I know about him, he seemed to be a very noble fighter and a brave warrior when we went into battle.
I agree.
But what is it about him? What do you know about him? What? I
He
don't.
was a strange little tinkerer we ran into on a giant's
Wait a
tower.
minute.
What?
Wait a minute,
I
what?
have to pull out the insight bot.
Okay. Insight.
I want to
button.
inspect this thing. Yeah, I want to inspect this thing. I want to make sure that we haven't been spied on by Gimbal this whole freaking time.
Okay. Make
That would
a
be some master plot.
make an investigation check.
Oh.
I help her?
Sure.
That would
have
be
advantage.
insane.
Okay.
Because it seems like there's some kind of
thing.
realization coming along the party about this insight bot.
17.
17. You're looking over it. You kind of open like this little
Sorry.
compartment on the back with Molfin's help, and you're kind of digging through it. Nothing about it seems to be anything like you don't really understand this thing and what makes it work.
I really don't.
Because it's very confusing. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
it looks to be some kind of wires and contraptions and gears and stuff within this thing.
Hmm.
Nothing seems to be anything that would
Okay, just checking.
like. I mean, you guys know though, like all it takes is like an object that somebody's familiar with, and they can use
And they can
that to
scry on
scry on you. But you're not sure if Gimbal has that ability. I mean, you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
I
I'm
don't
putting it back in my pouch. It's okay.
I have a trait actually as a rock gnome about called Artificer's Lore about technological devices.
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
Would I know? It's never come up.
It's never
Wait.
come up in all
Oh,
these
yeah.
in over
Wait.
over
Never come up.
150 episodes.
150
This has
episodes.
never come up.
Well, again, we've never run into something with this realization. Molfin's thoughts are going different. Have I ever heard in the past of a sort of clockwork or a mechanical device like this being used as a spying implement? Do I know of anything from past books I've read, anything like that?
I would say that based on books that you've read and things that you know, that it's possible. It is possible, but you're not sure about this. It doesn't seem to be. There doesn't seem to be anything awkward about this, other than it's been used to help Callista this whole time. You do realize that you guys, as you're going looking through this thing, it is very, very well made. Whatever this is Gimbal's gift, and he is really good at this sort of thing.
Okay. Noted. Well, at the very least, can you telepathic bond if we're gonna split? If that's
Before
where
we go
you're going.
before we go that road, there's another point.
What's that?
In our collective holdings,
Mm-hmm.
do we have any unused iron items? Old blades?
Oh yeah, probably. I have a
Oh.
dagger.
No, well, I need more than...
Matthew, I bet you wish you could dig into Kopic's backpack from Dirty 20, right?
Basically,
on me.
Molfin is gonna bring his chest out and pull out the flask. So I need enough iron to create this.
Oh.
We have lots of
They kinda-
spears. We have lots of daggers. We have.
Perfect. And just start
daggers.
gathering.
We have a
Gather all the
scale
daggers.
mail.
Ooh, is scale mail made out of iron?
I don't know.
What is scale mail made out of?
I actually don't know.
Steel?
I was just assuming it was made out of scales of something, but maybe iron plates that are shaped like scales.
We
Maybe.
have frying pan.
Oh wait, I was
Cooking
thinking
pot.
I'll just use the iron daggers.
scale mail. I'm pretty sure is like scaling is just like the design style of
like it
like
just
how
looks
it
like
is.
It's a little
scales, like
metal
metal
scale.
scales that are seem to be overlapping,
Yeah.
probably in that pattern.
Yeah.
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 yes.
Molfin will just
That's
use the
the
iron
kind of
daggers.
way.
Okay.
Daggers? Okay.
So- Yeah.
Yeah, we have plenty of
Take the iron daggers out, and then take a few moments, set everything up, and cast. Where is it? That is a 4th level. And cast a 4th level spell and cast Fabricate.
Okay.
To basically take the metal from the iron daggers and make a replica of this flask.
Nice.
And take the real flask, put it back in the chest, bamf it off into the pocket dimension again.
Okay.
And then burn a 2nd level spell to cast Magic Aura on the flask,
Okay.
which will cause the flask to radiate a false aura that it is the iron flask holding this Dawn Titan within it.
Fantastic.
And then just sort of hold it up, and this will hold up to inspection for 24 hours.
Okay.
And again, I do not think she would be foolish enough to open it, but if she is, there is no Titan within to pop out. Question is now, do I reach out to her and try to...
Before-
settle
Do we have time? What time is it? It's like midday, right? Because that's when we
Oh yeah, you've only been awake for
like lunchtime. It's not even
probably
lunchtime.
2 hours. Yeah, it's probably not even lunchtime.
Yeah. Heroes Feast?
I mean, I can always eat, you know me. If you're offering free food, I'm not gonna say no. I mean,
Yeah. Let me just pull this up for a second. I know I still have 1 or 2 left. Oh, I have 5 chalices. Oh, I can do this 5 times.
Wow.
I think you stole a bunch from my house.
Yeah,
I think I spent a lot of money. On
You went around stealing chalices
you did.
from my house.
You did steal
Yeah,
chalices.
good
Yeah.
times. Good times.
as hungry as I am, I do not believe I could eat 5 of them.
Are you guys doing Hero
Maybe it's
Feast
you.
in the Donna Garden, or are you headed back to the inn where you guys were to do the Heroes Feast there?
Maybe
Do we
best to
wanna-
do it at the inn,
Yeah, let's
as
do
we
it at
have
the end.
one closer,
Okay.
and 2, then we can send these individuals into a room and give them
Yeah, we have 4.
food to eat.
Okay. So,
I can do it.
So,
on-
just that I am the plan. Molfin lures out the matron with the flask. The rest of us will take these 10 guards, disguised as members of a different house, and we'll infiltrate the Xorlarrins, and then we'll murder everybody.
Actually,
we need to
Go
take
with
them out,
Molfin
Diana.
now.
I'm just making sure that I know what's happening.
Yes, that's what's happening. Hopefully.
and given the
Ooh.
proclivity of Xorlarrin to carry people with arcane abilities,
Yeah.
I think that Vix needs to remain with the group of you automatically.
Yeah.
As that way, if there is somebody casting enchantments at the group of you on your way
He
up,
can counterspell.
he can counter them, as he has done to me, and Molfin sort of glare down at him a little bit.
Okay.
He shudders a bit.
Wait, should I go with Molfin or should I not go with Molfin?
It is hard to say. We don't know what we're walking into either way.
I know, but I know that if you cast telepathic bond, then you drop it, then you do your anti-magic field, you will not be in the telepathic bond, so you'll be hard to reach. So I should be with you, or someone should be with you, so we can relay what you say back and forth.
Raud chimes in and says, she does have a pretty good connection with Brackthal so far. That could be beneficial.
I gotta
in
look
this
like her
situation.
again? Oh.
It just depends on
She
the route
doesn't.
you want to go.
If we go that route, Rild, then he will know for a fact that
Mm.
the woman he brought to the home is not who she appeared. Right now, he had suspicion and nothing more.
Right.
Yes.
The person who knew
Mhm.
is a jellyfish.
Mm.
And that doesn't work out too well here in the Underdark. Jellyfish.
No.
I would
not at
imagine.
all. I had intended, until I could not find supplies, to fabricate sort of a rough frame that one could hang a jellyfish on, and then
Ew.
animate the frame to have it come walking back in.
That's
Because I thought that
disgusting.
would throw the house for quite a few loops. But
Ew.
that's why I was looking for materials, Michael.
Oh god.
I was literally going to puppet.
You were gonna puppet.
Back
You
into
were
the
gonna
house.
puppet them back into the house. God.
I don't like it.
I was not thinking.
all
I
get
wasn't tracking
18.
there at all, Matthew. I wasn't tracking
Yeah.
there at all.
Literally would have been.
I'll get 18 hit
It was a
points.
six-figure.
Oh, 18 hit points?
18?
Or is that temporary hit points, or is that...
They're not. No, they're not temporary. They're permanent for 24 hours, or as long as it lasts.
So their hit point maximum raises by 18?
Yeah, by
Oh,
18.
Wow. That's
so you
amazing.
can be healed up past 18.
Can you guys remember to type that into the Kindred List general chat so that we remember for Derek and Jamie for next time?
Yeah.
It's actually in roll 20 too.
It's in roll
Oh,
20?
okay.
Excellent. Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh,
18
yeah.
hit points.
Huge.
And I believe that's immunity to Or is it advantage against poison and wisdom save?
Immunity to
Immune to
poison, advantage on wisdom saves, and immune to fear.
Immune to fear. Awesome. Well, as you guys are enjoying this meal, I think that's a great time for us to end tonight's episode of Kindred Lists.